Throughout history, solar eclipses have been interpreted as profound cosmic events, often linked to divine messages or omens of significant change. In the context of biblical prophecy, these celestial phenomena have sparked debates and speculation, especially in relation to the end times. This video explores the biblical connections between solar eclipses and end-time prophecies, as well as their relevance in modern movements, focusing on the Great American Eclipse of 2017 and the upcoming eclipse on March 29, 2025. Joel 2:31 states, "The sun shall be turned into darkness, and the moon into blood, before the great and terrible day of the Lord." This vivid prophecy is often invoked in discussions surrounding celestial events like solar and lunar eclipses. The Day of the Lord refers to a time of divine judgment and the culmination of human history, underscoring the gravity of the prophetic imagery. The darkened sun and blood moon serve as symbolic markers of significant apocalyptic events. Some scholars view these descriptions as metaphorical, suggesting they symbolize profound upheaval, transformation, or divine intervention. In this interpretation, the darkened sun might represent the overshadowing of human authority or power, while the blood-red moon could signify widespread turmoil, suffering, or spiritual reckoning. Alternatively, others see Joel's prophecy as pointing to literal celestial phenomena. Solar eclipses, when the sun is obscured, and lunar eclipses, when the moon takes on a reddish hue, align with these descriptions. Historically, such phenomena have evoked awe and fear, reinforcing their association with divine messages. Whether taken literally or metaphorically, Joel 2:31 underscores a time of cosmic and spiritual significance, inviting reflection on humanity's place in the broader divine narrative. The Book of Revelation, a cornerstone of biblical apocalyptic literature, vividly describes celestial upheavals as signs of divine judgment. Revelation 6:12-13 states, "I watched as he opened the sixth seal. There was a great earthquake. The sun turned black like sackcloth made of goat hair, the whole moon turned blood red, and the stars in the sky fell to earth." This passage connects the darkening of the sun and the blood-red moon to the opening of the sixth seal, marking a pivotal moment in the unfolding apocalyptic narrative. The imagery of a sun blackened as if covered with sackcloth, a coarse material often used in mourning, suggests complete obscuration, resembling the effect of a solar eclipse. Similarly, the moon turning blood red parallels the appearance of a lunar eclipse, a phenomenon often associated with foreboding and supernatural significance in ancient cultures. The falling stars intensify the catastrophic scene, symbolizing chaos in the heavens and the earth. For many interpreters, this alignment of cosmic and terrestrial events is not merely descriptive but serves as a profound warning. It underscores the imminence of divine wrath and the urgency of repentance. As a symbol-laden vision, this passage continues to captivate and challenge readers, inviting reflection on themes of judgment, redemption, and the ultimate sovereignty of God. The Bible often uses the heavens as a medium through which God communicates with humanity. Psalm 19:1 beautifully states, "The heavens declare the glory of God. The skies proclaim the work of His hands." Celestial phenomena, such as solar eclipses, capture this sense of divine revelation. These rare, awe-inspiring events disrupt the normal order of the heavens, making them natural symbols of divine intervention. A solar eclipse, with its sudden darkening of the sun, can be perceived as a dramatic sign that challenges the established patterns of the cosmos. For many, it serves as a powerful reminder of God's sovereignty over creation and His ability to intervene in human affairs. The awe that these events provoke points to the majesty of the Creator and invites reflection on the significance of God's presence in the world. In this way, solar eclipses are often seen as more than mere natural occurrences, but as divine messages embedded within the rhythms of the universe. The total solar eclipse on August 21, 2017, captured global attention not only for its scientific marvel, but also for its perceived prophetic significance, particularly among those interested in end-time speculation. Dubbed the Great American Eclipse, it was the first total solar eclipse visible across the contiguous United States in nearly a century. passing from Oregon to South Carolina. This rare event prompted widespread discussions, with many drawing connections between the eclipse and biblical prophecies concerning divine judgment, repentance, and the fate of nations. One of the key arguments made by prophecy enthusiasts centered around the path of totality, the narrow track where the eclipse was fully visible. This path stretched diagonally across the United States, and some saw it as a symbolic, dividing line, reflecting a warning for a nation often seen as morally and spiritually divided. As the shadow of the moon swept across the land, it was interpreted by some as a sign that the U.S. was at a crossroads, possibly facing divine judgment due to its perceived moral and spiritual decline. Biblical numerology also played a role in the interpretation of the eclipse. Many linked the timing of the event to the 40-day period leading up to Yom Kippur, the Jewish Day of Atonement, a sacred time for repentance and reflection. The eclipse's occurrence just before this significant period added to the belief that the event was a divine call for national and global repentance, urging people to reflect on their spiritual lives. In addition, the unprecedented nature of the eclipse's visibility, exclusively in the United States, led many to speculate on America's role in end-time events. For some, this was seen as a sign that the U.S. would play a key role in the fulfillment of biblical prophecies related to the last days, making the eclipse a focal point for eschatological discussions about the nation's destiny. As the total solar eclipse on March 29, 2025, draws near, it has captured the attention of both astronomers and prophecy enthusiasts, particularly those who see celestial events as signals of impending changes or divine intervention. With the lingering effects of the 2017 eclipse still fresh in people's minds, the 2025 eclipse is viewed by some as a continuation or even a climactic moment in an apocalyptic timeline that started with the Great American Eclipse. The connections and speculations surrounding these celestial events are multifaceted, and they often intersect with themes of divine judgment, repentance, and redemption as described in biblical prophecy. One of the key focal points of prophetic speculation is the unique alignment of two eclipses, the total eclipse of April 8, 2024, and the 2017 eclipse, along with a March 2025 event. When these two eclipses are combined, their paths create a striking X shape over the United States, with the intersection occurring near Carbondale, Illinois. This crossing has captured the imagination of many as a symbol of divine intervention or a marker signaling a significant turning point. Some see this X as a warning from God, drawing attention to the intersection of judgment and redemption, while others interpret it as a visual reminder of the critical role the United States might play in the fulfillment of prophetic events in the last days. The symbolism of an X also hints at the crossing of significant timelines, as though the world is on the brink of a pivotal transition. Another significant aspect of the 2025 eclipse is the 7-year interval between the 2017 eclipse and the upcoming 2024 event. In biblical prophecy, a 7-year period is often associated with the tribulation, a time of intense trial, suffering, and divine judgment. For those who view these eclipses as markers of divine action, the 7-year gap is seen as a reflection of this concept of tribulation. The 2024 eclipse, which occurs in April, is seen by some as signaling the beginning of a period of judgment, with the March 2025 eclipse being perceived as a possible signal of the transition into a new phase of redemption or the closing of a chapter in divine history. In this view, the progression from one eclipse to the next mirrors the unfolding of a broader spiritual narrative, drawing believers' attention to a sense of urgency and preparedness for what might come. The timing of the 2025 eclipse also aligns with a range of ongoing global crises, including environmental challenges, political instability, and social upheavals. For those interpreting the eclipse within the context of biblical prophecy, these events are seen as signs that the world is experiencing the beginning of sorrows mentioned in Matthew 24:8. In this passage, Jesus warns that there will be natural disasters, wars, and societal tensions before the end times, leading to the eventual coming of God's kingdom. As the world grapples with climate change, increasing geopolitical conflicts, and widespread unrest, Many prophecy interpreters see these events as fulfillment of Jesus' warning that these difficulties must occur before his return. The 2025 eclipse, viewed against the backdrop of current global turmoil, is seen by some as a divine signal that these sorrows are intensifying. For those who believe in the literal fulfillment of end-time prophecy, it serves as a reminder of the need for repentance, spiritual readiness, and awareness of the approaching end of the age. With many people around the world grappling with uncertainty about the future, the eclipse could serve as a warning to prepare for the challenges ahead, both spiritually and physically. In summary, the total solar eclipse on March 29, 2025, is attracting significant attention due to its place in the larger sequence of eclipses, its symbolic potential, and its alignment with global events that mirror biblical descriptions of the end times. For some, it represents a divine message, a call to action, and a reminder to stay vigilant as the world enters what may be a decisive phase in its spiritual history. Whether one views the eclipse as a literal sign or as part of a broader metaphorical framework, it undeniably continues the ongoing conversation about the intersection of science, faith, and the mysteries of the future. The debate surrounding solar eclipses as signs of divine intervention often hinges on the tension between their natural predictability and the belief in their spiritual significance. Astronomers can calculate solar eclipses with remarkable precision, sometimes centuries in advance, based on the laws of celestial mechanics. This predictability can lead some to view these events purely as astronomical phenomena, devoid of supernatural meaning. From a scientific standpoint, solar eclipses are simply the result of the moon passing between the Earth and the Sun, casting a shadow on the Earth's surface. However, proponents of the prophetic view argue that God's sovereignty encompasses both the natural and the supernatural. They believe that the precise timing and occurrence of solar eclipses are not mere coincidences, but part of a divine plan. For them, the natural world operates within a framework of divine order, and the timing of these events may carry a deeper, spiritual significance. In this view, the seemingly predictable nature of eclipses does not diminish their potential to act as signs from God, but rather highlights the intricacy and intentionality with which God governs the universe. The alignment of celestial events with human history is seen as evidence that the natural world, while governed by laws, also serves as a stage for divine communication and intervention. The connection between solar eclipses and end-time prophecy continues to capture the imagination of believers and skeptics alike. Biblical passages such as Joel 2:31 and Revelation 6:12 provide a foundation for interpreting these celestial events as signs of divine judgment or cosmic upheaval. Meanwhile, modern eclipses, such as the Great American Eclipse of 2017 and the upcoming March 29, 2025 eclipse, serve as focal points for renewed speculation about the fulfillment of apocalyptic timelines. Whether viewed through the lens of faith, science, or a combination of both, solar eclipses remain a powerful reminder of the grandeur and mystery of the universe. For those who interpret them as signs of the end times, these events underscore the urgency of spiritual preparation and reflection on humanity's place in the cosmos. Whether viewed through the lens of faith, science, or a combination of both, solar eclipses remain a powerful reminder of the grandeur and mystery of the universe. For those who interpret them as signs of the end times, these events underscore the urgency of spiritual preparation and reflection on humanity's place in the cosmos. As we look ahead to the 2025 eclipse and beyond, may we consider the deeper implications of these awe-inspiring phenomena and the profound message they may carry.